I want to start off 2026 with a game that I can happily look back to at the end of the year. Nothing really came to mind, which considering my past games shouldn't be a surprise. But then I thought, why only start with a banger when you can have the banger all year round? Wow, what a great idea, you might think. Yeah, well, now think of something that'll last a whole year. Not so easy anymore, is it? But one random night I thought of the perfect game that can and should be played all year round. The idea is pretty simple. Make a game that gets progressively harder every day. If you play the game on the 1st of January, it should be really easy to beat. Although, looking at you, I might need to rephrase that. For the average human, without this slow ass reaction time of yours, the game should be easy to beat. Oh, you think it's not true? Well, go ahead and prove me wrong. I'm pretty sure you can't subscribe to my channel, like this video and be back here before this timer runs out. Good boy. If you decide to pick it up on the 31st of December though, it would be a real challenge to actually make it to the end. Alright, let's not waste any more time and get straight into developing this game. I want to try something new, and I don't think I've ever tried grid-based movement. And a mechanic like that would fit really well with the game idea I thought of. Of course, we also need a camera following the player. But right now there is not a whole lot the camera can capture, which is why I decided it's time to add the first prototype of a map. I think you can already guess where this game is headed. And if you can't, you just proved my statement from earlier to be even more true. Right now the player could stand in between two lanes though, and be safe from incoming cars, which is definitely something I'd like to change. Speaking of cars, there aren't any in the game yet. Well, that was true till now. And after just a bit more work, cars can now spawn randomly on the map. The player and the cars can't interact yet, which essentially just means the cars can't run the player over yet. You'd think that's the next thing I'd work on, but you'd be dead wrong. I decided to leave that on the side for now and add some props and decorations to the map. The player can't and will not be able to interact with them, adding absolutely nothing to the game. But let's be real, the game needs to have cars crashing into the player in the most horrific ways possible. Well, that's underwhelming for sure, but I heard if you open up Insta Reels, you'll find what you're looking for pretty quickly. I got a question for you guys. Why did the player cross the road? To experience this beautiful windscreen I designed next. And with that, the game could actually be finished. For a working game loop, we were missing a main menu though. Glad we got that out of the way. Now, the game loop is finished, which is great, but we still got some more work to do. Have you ever seen so many cars in one place and a bald man running across the street, avoiding getting brutally turned into roadkill? Probably not. But have you ever seen that and not hear a single car honking? I don't think you have. It just feels wrong, doesn't it? Way better. Later on I added some more sounds to add to the atmosphere of the game. And with that, the game is pretty much done. What I didn't tell you about is that I've also added the mechanic that makes the game harder every day. Here's how the game would look on the 1st of January. Compared to the 1st of April and the 1st of August. To see any more days and how hard the game is going to be in December, I'm afraid you either need to find someone who shows you, which may or may not be me, or you have to go out of your way and actually play the game yourself. Either way, you'll probably have to wait until the end of the year, completing my genius plan of making this game relevant all year round. Now that we are all finished, I can tell you that this game is definitely my favorite game of the year so far. Get it? Because the year just started and it's the only game. So like, there isn't another game I could choose. Yeah, whatever. If you're watching this video in January, you better go ahead and start practicing while the game is still easy. Because December is coming around faster than you'll expect. If you aren't watching this video in January, good luck. You're on your own for this one. Either way, thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. If that's the case, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. I also heard there's some kind of new feature that you can hype the video now, which you might as well do if you're already down there. I would really appreciate it. Thanks you.